thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News for the night. Coming back at you, give you another episode of that Bulldog Talk, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. The way I always tell you, dog talk. You know what I'm saying? The way I always tell you, dog talk. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Appreciate the ones that did. Don't forget to hit that like button before you get up out of here. Don't forget to get up in them comments as well. Appreciate all my brothers and sisters in the past comments. You know what I'm saying? And hit that notification bell up there in the corner if you haven't hit it yet. That way you get notified when I drop the new videos, because there ain't no telling when I drop. Sometimes I go live, just spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes we make plans for it. You know what I'm saying? But hit that. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Let's get into that dog news for the day. Now, I appreciate everybody who checked the last video out. You know what I'm saying? Just like the video before that and the video before that. I appreciate all my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? I had to make a quick response, back from the last video because Brother Supreme Excellence asked me just my opinion on what it takes for me. What's the cost in maintaining a litter? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give a couple of stories, and we're just gonna talk a little bulldog talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how long this episode gonna last, but we just gonna see. All right. The thing is, I can give you that answer from a couple different perspectives. One, from a Pitbull's perspective, hopefully I have a litter coming up. All right. From a Pitbull perspective, 3, 4 puppies, 5 puppies, 6 puppies, 7 puppies. Some Pitbull have big litters. You know what I'm saying? But the average litter, 6 to 8 puppies. You know what I'm saying? Which is not many. Not many to handle. You know what I'm saying? And you can handle them pretty decent. Get your good cage or a weapon box, or, if that's where the money may come in at, where you may have to buy you where you're going to keep the actual puppies in, unless you're keeping them in the house. If you're keeping them in the house, that's different. But far as spending the actual money on the weapon box or cage, whatever you're keeping your puppies in, that may cost you some money. All right. But the whole deal is, it takes me to a story. Now, I'm going back to bow times. We're going way back to bow times. All right. Now, I had a litter I bred, Sambo, to a yellow female. Now, I had did a whole bunch of breedings before that. But this was the first time I had bred him back to a female that was toe jam female, that was straight yellow on the bottom side and with him on the top. This is the first time I did that, so I was really excited about that litter. When the female had puppies, she had I think it was 3 puppies. She had 3 puppies off that litter. All right, no lie, I was like probably about 20 years old, maybe. It's around that area. All right. I was going out to the club every weekend, sometimes twice a week. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. I was doing whatever, far as running around or whatever, doing my running and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Believe me when I tell you this, I cut everything short. I stopped going to the club. I stopped, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you have your women or whatever, but for the most part, I was at home 24/7 to make sure she take care of them puppies. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it started with 3, and then 1 died, and I ended up with 2, until they got like maybe a month old, and then 1 died and left me with 1. His name was Crossbow. I named him Crossbow. He was cream, red nose with a little white markings and stuff in him. I don't really know where he could have been, but at the age that he wasn't 50% of his daddy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even 50% of his daddy. And I'm gonna say it like this. With that particular dog, I didn't sit on him long enough. I had his expectations too high on him, like I told y'all before. How you put expectations high on a dog. I put expectations too high on him. And I really started him out too early when I should have sat on him and just fed him and just seen. But what I did notice was when I bred Sambo back to another yellow dog, you know what I'm saying, coming down off the toe jam side, it made that puppy Crossbow like just a lay down dog. He just was a strictly lay down. He had too much lay down in him. You know what I'm saying? Bo's a lay down dog, but this Crossbow, his son, was too much lay down in it. And I didn't like that part because he didn't have enough action and go in him compared to the lay down. He want to sit around and wait. He had that go and wait, that scratch. But like I said, he was real young still then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about 5 or 6 months old, 7 months old. I'm really, doing things that, I should be just sitting and let them grow. And he would have been a perfect dog probably, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the moral of the story is sacrifices when it comes to these littles, man. It just depends, like, how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? The old saying goes, and it ain't no saying, it's the truth. When it comes to them littles, the ones we want the most, boy, them be the hardest ones to keep. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I was in my performing days, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good with it now. Cost-wise, man, you got shots. You know what I'm saying? You got your shots. It just depends on how many puppies you have. With this Malinois litter, I had 14 puppies. So we talking shots for 14 dogs. So that's going to cost a pretty penny. It did cost me a pretty penny. We talking wormer. It's all right when they real small. The first wormer when they 2 weeks old, but when they get a little older, they're bigger, so now they need more wormer. When they get 6 weeks old and in the ages like that, like the next wormer and the next wormer, they're gonna need a whole lot more wormer. I'm gonna have to spend a whole lot more when it comes to worming them. You know what I'm saying? So the cost is gonna be more rangy out there compared to a 6 litter puppy, range. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about sacrifices, man. You have to do certain things, man, to make them litters happen sometimes, man. Sometimes you have to do the awkwardest things to make them litters happen and to keep the dogs you really want, man, because these females, they be crazy. Sometimes they won't take care of the puppies. You might have to take the dog and put them on just say, for instance, it worked better for me last time, but this time it's a little more distance on me. Anime. And I'm gonna sit Anime on the chain. I ain't gonna let nothing else suck off on her for the rest of the time period. Last time her and the Pitbull was a little more closer with puppies. You know what I'm saying? So if the Pitbull decides she didn't want to take care of the puppies, then Anime could take care of them. You know what I'm saying? In some instances, you have Pitbulls who all in heat at the same time, or may have puppies and they'll mother the other dog. They'll orphan them, the other dogs puppies or whatever. So it just depends, man. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices, man, and that's what it's all about, to get whatever you want, whatever you really, really want. You know what I'm saying? Patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience. Wait it out. Get the studs you really want, and breed it to that. You know what I'm saying? Just be patient, man. When you start with what you really don't want, then you end up going a whole year. Then you decide, oh, I don't want this. You done wasted all that food, all that money, all that time, you know what I'm saying, on something when you just should have started with puppies or something you really wanted, yourself. And not something you just like somebody kind of pushed on you. You know what I'm saying? Time is money. You know what I'm saying? Time is money. And dealing with them dogs for a year, that's a lot of money involved. And dealing with money that you don't really want to add into your program for a whole year, that's, you know what I'm saying, a lot invested. You know what I'm saying? So, just think wisely when it comes to, that type of stuff, when you add into your yard. But yeah, brother, Supreme Excellence, man, when it comes to cost, it varies. It just depends on how many puppies you got, man, really, how many puppies you got, and certain things, man, because some people have to bottle feed, buy milk. Certain litters people have, they may have to get C-sections and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying. It just depends, man. It just depends. Everybody's stuff gonna vary, Like I said, the 14 puppy litter, yeah, it's nice to make the money off these puppies. But at the end of the day, you know how much I kick out on 14 puppies by the time you get your puppy. You know what I'm saying? By the time that one brother get his puppy, you know how much money I done kicked out on that mama dog and 14 puppies. You know? So I can't even tell you no exact number. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to keep track, but I just know it's a healthy figure. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, the bigger we get, the more food we eat. The more food we eat, we'll bust a little small bag of puppy chow down. We'll bust that down in no time once we start getting in the 8-week age. You know what I'm saying? We busting that down in no time. So, yeah, man, it just vary, man. It just vary from dog to dog, from dog man to dog man, from circumstance to circumstance. It just depends on your setup, you know what I'm saying, and where you got your puppies at, and you know, how many you got, and how bad you want to keep them, and how good the mama dog is, for one, because mama dog can take a load off you. You know, a great mama dog will take a boatload off of you, you know what I'm saying, a boatload of stress off you, you know. She'll do her part, you just got to do your part, you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, man, I just wanted to answer that back real quick, brother. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else hit me up in the messages while I'm in the studio, I'm going to respond back to you in this video. So, bro, you know, it fluctuates. A litter can cost you, like I said, it just depends on how the female is, and it depends on how bad you want it. You know what I'm saying? Certain litters might have you watching it 24/7. You know what I'm saying? For that whole month, at least 3 weeks, you got to watch them puppies 24/7. You get a little break, you know, when they sleep. You know, but 24/7, and then you have to feed them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different litters, man. Different females. You know, everybody different, man. Everybody different when it comes to that. But for the most part, having them somewhere good to grow up in while they're young, 1, 2, 3 weeks old. Shots, food. You know what I'm saying? Talking something nice. And let's just talk about papers and pedigrees for a split second. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers in modern day time, you know what I'm saying? Us brothers in modern day time with these pitbulls have no leadway, you know what I'm saying, compared to them brothers from the 70s, you know, and early 80s, you know what I'm saying, and early 90s, you know what I'm saying, because ADBA wasn't strong, you know what I'm saying, back in them days. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no ADBA back in them days. They could say what they want, but them brothers, a lot of the brothers ain't, at least the ones I seen, they didn't have no ADBA papers. I seen some that had some kind of game dog registry papers or some type of thing like that. I'm not gonna say ADBA wasn't out there, but I didn't see like too much ADBA. I ain't talking about in my days. I'm talking about before I really knew about them like that. You know what I'm saying? It was other lines. So do you see how easy it would have been, you know what I'm saying, for brothers to say this come off this come off that, this come off this come off that, compared to now? Boy, you can't say that. Only way you can do that now if you paper pedal something. You know what I'm saying? Then you ain't had a paper pedal. You just jump straight into that registry and just tell them your dog's off this, your dog's off that, and they gonna probably sign you up. You know what I'm saying? With no proof at all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't had to be off Bolio. You know what I'm saying? You just send the papers in, saying they off Bolio. Boom, this right here off this right here off that. Hellified producer, but you don't know who he really off of. You know what I'm saying? Hellified dog and hellified producer. You don't know who he off of, but to this day, Bolio take his credit because he's going on as Bolio offspring. But really, you didn't know who he was off of. You know, but just them days, the 70s and the 80s, you know what I'm saying? In the early 90s. Things different, you know. Some ways it's for the better. And some ways, you know, it ain't. But far as keeping records, it's for the better now because of the fact of the matter is it's more technology and more ways to keep up with things compared to back then. You know what I'm saying? When somebody play with pedigrees on line ped, they switch this, switch that. Brothers be on it. They be like, oh, man, look at this. Oh, look at that. They have screenshots of when he had this ped up or when he had that ped up. You know what I'm saying? So it's different now compared to back then. Only visual a brother had back then was a sporting dog journal. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the real deal, Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? So the different, and like now, like you can see millions of things. You see pictures all day long, video all day long of great dogs working, tugging, biting. It was none of that back in them days. You know what I'm saying? Was none of that. The most excitement a brother had when he read that book and he visualized, he put himself there in the story that he's reading. You know what I'm saying? Then that was a visual from it. Or you see whatever pictures you saw in that book. See, if I was still doing the things that I was doing back then, I wouldn't tell you about certain things. I'll let you go buy these supplements, go buy these shots and stuff like that, because it don't matter what I'm doing with mine. I'm doing mine with mine, and you have all that crazy stuff in your dog, and you're going to end up losing. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people certain things to put people on point with things, not even to hate on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I'm saying. And you got to look at this to anybody. You know what I'm saying? When your reputation on the line, you know what I'm saying, for far as your winning and losing rep, you know, because some brothers take that shit serious, you know. When your reputation on the line, when your top dog on the line, when everything is on the line, you got to make sure that this dog, this athlete that you training is getting the proper nutrients. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's about, like, I don't, like me, I wouldn't take, you know, I never took pills outside of back in my days when, you know, pills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, what I'm saying, all perks, designs, this and all that stuff, man, I don't like to take medicine, period. You know what I'm saying? Unless the doctor prescribe it, you know. That's just because, man, especially with all this crazy stuff these days, and I know the brothers in the dog food game ain't doing that. I ain't stressing about that, but I'm talking about, like, if it's a top dollar show or you going to your confirmation show, you trying to get ready, you don't got time to experiment. Experimenting, see, that's what you do, use these products for that have no ingredients, that is not tested by the FDA, that, you know, just certain things, you gotta use them in test times. You know what I'm saying? When you're not going out to your show to see how it's gonna react on your dog. You know what I'm saying? And then if it like it, you go with it. You know what I'm saying? Because some brothers do got the formula, and some no, but some don't, and some will, you know, get you. You know, in the long run or in the short run, either way, they'll get you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'll be trying to say, because me, I know with mine, I like top dollar stuff in mine. I like to know that, okay, if I put Dex in them, it's real Dex, you know what I'm saying, that I got from behind the counter. You know what I'm saying? If I put, I not no Dex that got a clear bottle with looking like water. You know what I'm saying? If I put any type of protein in them, you know what I'm saying, it's going to tell me what I'm putting in them so I can add whatever else I'm putting in them. If I don't know how much of this protein shake you giving me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm saying this, not talking about nobody. If you give me a protein shake, you know what I'm saying, and I don't know the actual calorie intake, I don't know this, that, blah, I'm talking about everything that I read on the back of that bag. If I don't know all that stuff, how can I manage my other stuff that I need to put in? You know what I'm saying? I can't do all that if I can't see what I'm putting in the dough. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by, oh, I need to give them 4 scoops. What 4 scoops? What is this? I'm 4 scoops of what I'm putting in. So I know the other stuff ain't going against the grain with the stuff that I'm putting in. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it go, man. And when you're really serious about it, you need to know every single thing going in them. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing going in them. And like I say, some folk seriousness is on certain levels. You know what I'm saying? Some folk seriousness is on certain levels. Like I say, how can I say how much greens to put in them? How can I say how much eggs to put in them? How can I say how much of this right here to put in them or that to put in them? How much meat to give them? How much that to give them when I don't even know what this is in this shake I'm giving them? It seemed to be getting my dog kind of bulky, but I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give it to him because I don't know what it is. Just plain out and simple. You know what I'm saying? Plain out and simple. You know? I mean, like, you gonna go buy a bottle of water with no label on it from the store? Ain't no label on it. It just look like water. They say it's water and no label on it, but they selling it in water. You know, shout out to my brothers coming from overseas. You know what I'm saying? They got all them stores out there. You know, say they pop up with some water with no labels on it. Period. Just water, and the cap still on it, but it's water. You gonna buy it? Hell no. Hell no. Some folk you might drink a bottle here and there because you might know the folk straight or whatever, but you ain't gonna buy it. You ain't gonna buy it because it ain't got the label on it, man. It ain't got the label on it. So if you won't put it in yourself, how you gonna talk about how you creating a champion, how you creating a grand champion, how you creating an ace when you buying this stuff like I told you before? That's under the counter. See, listen here, man. If you got an ace, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you, you know when you got an ace. When you got an ace, you ain't taking shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't want to lose, man. When you got an ace, you done won enough already with him to know he an ace. Because you know he an ace. You done won enough already with you. Ain't trying to lose no more. You know what I'm saying? So, you ain't going to be out there bull jiving around. You know what I'm saying? Just plain out simple, man. It's just plain out simple. It ain't no hating. It's just about certain levels to this game, man. Certain levels that people expose themselves when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. People expose themselves when it comes to certain things. When we all say we certain caliber of dog men, but people will expose themselves because, like I said, how can I feed my dog what you recommend 4 scoops for this particular body weight, but I don't know what's going in my dog, ingredient for ingredient. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. You know, and not saying that it's gonna hurt your dog, because it's probably good for your dog, and it might be stuff in it good for your dog. But what I'm saying is, you got athletes, you got Golden Gloves, you got amateurs, you got professionals. Then you got Mayweather, Cotto, them boys, Sugar Shane Mosley, Sugar Ray Leonard, them boys, Roberto Duran, and them. You got them type of fighters. You know what I'm saying? That ain't taking nothing. That they don't know what's without a label on it. No matter who it come from. You know what I'm saying? It might be under the counter, over the counter, but still they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? They know what the ingredients is. You know what I'm saying? They might act like they don't because of a drug test or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they knew what they was putting in them. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole deal. You got to know what you're putting in you. Like whoever are selling or doing this or doing that, if you got the ingredient list, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Then the brother know what he putting in them. The brothers who selling the shots and stuff, like me myself, I wouldn't advise nobody to buy any type of injectable stuff without the real label on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just plain out and simple. Without the real label, the stuff is not that expensive. Dex ain't that expensive. B12 ain't that expensive. All these other little vitamins you get, stuff like that, you can order from overseas, different little things, ain't that expensive. You know what I'm saying? Not to be going, and you're not going to use that much of it. You know what I'm saying? To say you got to be having that much of it on standby. You know what I'm saying? One bottle will last you long time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. That's all I was saying. All that stuff for, man. At the end of the day, brothers gonna take what they want to take. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I appreciate that. The same way I appreciate the Eli dog. I love the Eli dog. The Chinaman dog, the Frisco dog. I love them. You know what I'm saying? They got modern day Frisco dogs. Kuma, Kuma, whatever they call them. What's the other one you got? Dexter. Modern day Frisco dogs. I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell you, all my Red Boy Jocko dog brothers say they love all them dogs. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting them. Keep getting them, and they going to keep getting $1. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting them 45-minute dogs, and they going to keep getting $1. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all boy hate when I say that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, It is what it is. I tell you, man, them Eli dogs probably ain't even 45-minute dogs no more. Not the Eli. See, Eli and Chinaman them kind of take the same reputation when it really should be Chinaman them they talking about and not Eli. Because Eli produced other dogs other than Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe my older brothers can tell me whether they talking about Eli. I think they talking about Garland stuff, Garland strain of dogs. You know what I'm saying? 45-minute dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. They give it. They put it out. Now, a lot of y'all boys like to see it get put out fast. That's what you need. Something like that. It's gonna put out like a damn workhorse. You know what I'm saying? Putting it out. Oh man, look at them. Oh, jumping up and down, going crazy. Oh, but that's all they got in them. You know what I'm saying? That's all they got in them. Whatever they competing with, if it got any type of bulldog in it, you know what I'm saying? To withstand the storm, because they ain't no Hurricane 4 storm, you know what I'm saying? They one of them storms like tropical storm, storm 1 type storm, maybe storm 2. You know, you weather the storm, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long. I was just staying up in the studio to see how many questions I get. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put a post up for the questions, but I'm checking my chat. You know what I'm saying? From the last, shout out to Samurai Kennel, man. Shout out to Samurai Kennel once again. Like I always say, man. Shout out to brother Samurai Kennel putting it down on the other side of the country, represent from the same side of the planet. You know what I'm saying? From the east, southeast. You know what I'm saying? Represent from the southeast, represent on the other side of the country, man. Shout out Samurai Kennel. I was staying up in the studio, man, trying to see who the brothers was hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who this is. I ain't got my glasses on right now, man. I gotta hold my head back, man. I read all crazy. Reppin' Time Fitness, man. Reppin' Time Fitness, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. I'm going to try to keep giving it, man. I'm going to try to keep giving it, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for be tuning in, you know, rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody, man, that always be up in the comments, whether you talking trash or whether you like the comment. Like the video. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody that just rock with the Babe, period, man. Just rock with the Babe, period. We got a lot of things coming, man, for this year. A lot of positive things. Like I say, we here to bring the positive awareness to the breed, the American Pitbull Terrier, the real American Pitbull Terrier, in the words of so-and-so. I don't want to get copyright stricken. I don't know how these folk be out here, man. These folks be out here crazy when it comes to certain things, man. Folk be out here crazy when it comes to certain things, but the real American Pitbull Terrier, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, man. These brothers out here with great looking dogs on all these pages, like I always say. Anybody who trying to get a dog, man, I just advise you to go on Facebook, man, and just stroll and look, man. Just stroll and look and just see what you like, man. So many different flavors up there. It's like you're in a big ice cream shop, man, like a big ice cream shop, and you just walk in and just thousands of flavors. I'm serious, man. They got a little bit of chocolate. If you like chocolate, you got a little chocolate. Then you got chocolate mixed with something else to make another flavor. A little, you know, a little this, a little that, a little Napoleon. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just so many different flavors, man. You can't go wrong unless you get by getting what you like. I'm gonna put it like that. You can't go wrong by getting what you like. If that's what you like and that is Joker grown and you satisfied with it when you get it and you like it, you can't go wrong. If you get a puppy, you won't go wrong, man. You won't go wrong. But the thing is, at the end of the day, like we said before, don't play with yourself. Time is money. You know what I'm saying? Start with the best young dogs you can start with. Create your yard, no matter what the bloodline it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no telling what's going to throw off what these days. You know what I'm saying? You mess around, man, you got the worst pedigree looking ever. You know what I'm saying? You got the worst pedigree ever. People don't even think your dog's full-blooded. You know what I'm saying? But you got pedigrees on them, and they ain't no pedigrees. Nobody know from the top to the bottom. Nobody don't know them. But man, you mess around, breed that to that female you got, them puppies you got that you just start your yard with, man, you might get dogs on a level higher than Jeep, Yellow, Recall, Buck, and Ship. You know what I'm saying? Higher than all they levels. You know what I'm saying? Just off your dogs. You can't go by that paper pair, man. It's all good to go by far as selling wise, selling points and stuff like that, and historical points and trying to make this and make that, man. But at the end of the day, man, yeah, we know what dogs. It do help us to know what dogs our dogs come from, but it's about what dog you got in that yard. You know what I'm saying, in front of you, my brothers. And I say this more or less to the brothers who might look at their pets like it ain't like another brother pet. You know what I'm saying? Take pride in your shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, dog. I might talk about this yellow stuff, man. That's why I say, like, listen, man, I'm fair and unbiased when it comes to it. I'm talking about, listen, I like the yellow dogs. You know what I'm saying? You can't say the show is biased because I speak high on the yellow dogs because that's the dogs I like. I say fair and unbiased when I talk about the show in general all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't show favoritism to one thing, you know what I'm saying, and not show the light or the dark in another thing, you know what I'm saying? That's how I try to keep it. But when it comes to these bloodlines, I like my yellow stuff, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like I tell you, I'll talk shit about yellow dogs, I'll talk shit about Frisco dogs, all different kind of dogs, and I'll still have one, you know what I'm saying? If I like the dog, I like the dog. If you like a puppy, I'm not talking about a puppy. If I see a grown dog, you know what I'm saying, and I like it, or a dog 7, 8, 9, 10 months old and I like it, I want it, I'm going to get it no matter what the bloodline is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to work with that after I get to see, to the house or whatever. Now, most puppies, you can't really tell, most 2 months old puppies or whatever, you can't really tell certain things about a dog, but, you can like how the puppy look, or then you have to look at the pedigree and all that stuff and be like, oh, do he look like that type of dog? You know what I'm saying? Do he like a Mayday dog, or do he like a Bolio dog, or a Jeep dog, or Eli, or Bolio, or Epinet dog? You know what I'm saying? Or any other kind of dog. Does he look like that strain of dogs that's in his pedigree? That's what we were looking at. But for the most part, man, brothers out there across the world, across the country, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, and just take pride in your stuff, man. Take pride in what you got. You know what I'm saying? And just remember, man, yellow wasn't always yellow. Mayday wasn't always Mayday. These Jeep dogs, Bolio, none of them dogs wasn't always them dogs. Back when them dogs was living and they was becoming themselves and people was making a name for them, they was just like you with your dog. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them dogs that's real famous, if you look in their pair and they scatterbred, now imagine you right now with a scatterbred dog. Folk be like, oh, that's a scatterbred dog. But that's the future Bolio. Or that's the future this or the future that. You know what I'm saying? That's how them dogs was. And then when they made their name, they trickled down all the way down to what we got now. People talking about they got Bolio dogs 40 years, 50 years later. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. We gonna keep doing it the right way. We gonna keep enjoying the bulldog fraternity. We gonna correct each other. We gonna show each other how to get these dogs in shape. You know what I'm saying? How to treat these dogs the right way. How to take care of them. We talking all different type of things, man. We talking all different type of things when it comes to these dogs, man. It ain't no limit, man. There ain't no limit when it comes to it, man. And the thing about it, you gotta weed out when it comes to, trying to make a sale and just straight up playing out dog knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Brothers trying to give you that dog knowledge ain't trying to sell from you. Trying to make a puppy sale. You know what I'm saying? See, that's where it's gonna be hard for a lot of brothers to now. Don't get it wrong when I make this statement, because a lot of brothers with these dog channels selling puppies as well as me. You know what I'm saying? Selling pit bull puppies. When I have, something for sale. But that's where it's going to be hard for brothers who specifically using their channel to sell their dogs compared to brothers who don't even worry about selling the dogs and using their channel. You know what I'm saying? Not using that channel to sell dogs, period. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to compete with a brother who not using his channel, period, to sell dogs and he giving dog knowledge compared to you trying to sell dogs giving dog knowledge. It's almost like you forced to do it when you're doing it like that. You forced to give the knowledge you're trying to give because you're trying to make certain things look good. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make certain bloodlines look good or make somebody understand why you made this move or why you made that move or why they should make this move or why they should make that move. You know what I'm saying? It's like you forced and pressure to do certain things when you got brothers who out here not trying to make dog sales on a daily basis like that. You know what I'm saying? And they can do it freely. They can speak about certain things freely and have their own opinion about certain things. Like I could talk trash about the yellow dogs and not worrying about it hurting my dog sales. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not pressed on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pressed on it. You know, I'm more worried about you buying a Pelican Bay dog. You know what I'm saying? A Pelican Bay dog instead of a yellow dog, Big John dog, this dog. It's about Pelican Bay, what Pelican Bay got to offer. You know what I'm saying? My quality of dog, because you're not buying it from them. You buying it from me. You know what I'm saying? Or you getting it, and if I give it to you, you getting it from me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm worried about the Pelican Bay brand. You know what I'm saying? The Pelican Bay brand is all I'm worried about when it comes to uh, my pedigrees and what my dog's coming off of and all this and that. Of course, I want my dog to be correct when it comes to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just the same boat as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's what I got in that yard out there. You know what I'm saying? It's what I got in that yard that matter at the end of the day. Now I do want to say this picture right here that y'all about to see, right here on the side. That picture right there, it was floating around on the social media for a little minute now. And y'all all seen that picture. But what I do want to say, this picture is a joke, right? But I want to show you, put you on some game, you know what I'm saying? Some real deal dogs. Now that's a pocket pit bull and or whatever that is and a German Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Belgian Malinois and the Pit Bull, real cross. The cross that people are making today, right now today. And this is how the dog looks. But like I told y'all at the beginning, man, I wasn't gonna keep y'all here too long. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all have a good day. Stay bulldogging, stay safe, stay legal out there. PBK9s. Shout out to all the bulldoggers across the world. And I'm out.